know, I'm a suspicious foreigner, dressed all in black with a sword at my side.
Maybe keep the sword at home?
Absolutely not.
Well, yeah, actually, if you kept the sword here, who knows what Sholmes would do to it?
Oh god, no!
Oh god, no. Actually, yeah, hang on to it. Hang on to it. I lied. I'm sorry. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. Don't leave it here.
I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me.
Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. Maybe you should ask what it is, Ryunosuke.
Whatever you say, best buddy. I haven't even told you what it is yet. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna jump off a cliff. It's okay.
We'll do it together.
What is that foul smell?
Just him.
When something smells, apparently it's Herlock Sholmes.
Are you telling me that Herlock Sholmes is related to Larry Butts?
I hope not. Hello everybody, KBTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the second case of the second Great Ace Attorney game. There's apparently a stink in the air, and it's not Larry Butts, and that's all we know. I guess we'll ask about it now. So, what is that indescribably foul smell?
It's the wine he keeps throwing everywhere. It's literally just the wine he keeps throwing everywhere.
Sholmes is throwing the wine?
No. Van Seeks. The foul smell is Van Seeks throwing the wine everywhere.
We're talking to Sholmes right now.
Yeah, but you don't know where Van Seeks has thrown the wine.
Yeah, considering Sholmes seems to be,
You
well
look me in the
acquainted
eyes
with him.
right now. You look me in the eyes right now and tell me that Van Seeks has not thrown wine at Sholmes.
I can't. We're
Oh, whoops.
voices on Discord.
My bad. Hello? Game? Are you
yeah,
awake?
no.
There we go.
Okay, all right. I thought you were saying hello. It's like, hello, Discord? It's like, no, we're here. We have not left.
No, I was just trying to open the history. There you go, Final.
Ah, well, most probably this, I would say.
What is that?
My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention.
Great, but what is it?
A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea.
Oh my!
You know, we needed that yesterday. Or earlier. I don't know if it's still the same day anymore.
There are some unscrupulous sort manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor.
Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior.
So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris?
At the ready, Hurley!
Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens?
It's turned completely black.
It's coffee.
The
What a foul odor it's giving off!
Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor, the better the tea is.
Wait, what?
It would appear that this cup is a particularly fine Darjeeling.
So what you're telling me is that if the tea is bad tea, it doesn't ruin the tea. But if the tea is good tea, it completely ruins the tea. That's what you're telling me. Bad tea, still drinkable. Good tea, garbage. Get it out of my face. Do you see the problem, Sholmes? Do you see the problem, Sholmes?
Sometimes we just enjoy simpler things. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? It's completely undrinkable, Sholmes. Thanks.
Well, I'd dispose of it, naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you?
You know,
Science.
with Ryunosuke, I don't know.
There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes.
So we spent a lot of money. So we're basically spending a lot of money and getting tea, getting expensive tea, and you're suspicious of it. So you're gonna drop a little bit of that chemical into it and thus make it undrinkable.
Well, maybe don't pour the whole entire cup into it. Maybe just pour like a little bit.
Okay, but this is Sholmes.
Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And why?
The point is, we are entering a new era of science, in a world of criminal investigation also.
Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times.
I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work.
You mean Iris engages in this kind of scientific experimentation?
No, he makes stuff.
The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea indicate was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research.
Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that.
Mr. Sholmes, will that include maybe in the future something about an updated autopsy report?
Maybe, who knows?
With Mr. Natsumi, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Misato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Vangseek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese.
Indeed. It is an interesting observation.
Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, this is serious if the music stops.
It was about 10 years ago that Baroque Van Zeeks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan.
No!
What the? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? Oh, you better not. Don't lip-see us.
I believe I made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair.
Why bring it up anyway?
But...
Can't do it, stars aren't aligned.
The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Moustache who is most deserving your attention, I believe.
I mean, that is a fair point.
But also... So, your T-test, is that an example of forensic science?
Indeed it is.
We just kind of went over that. We just kind of went past that bombshell. It's like, yeah, anyway, back to the tea.
An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality.
Not a huge number of cases, then.
Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there.
I hadn't even heard of them till recently.
Which is partly why I undertake research in this field of myself, of course.
Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes?
There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds.
Dang.
I kinda choked on that statement a bit. Oh, what I'm researching is skin prints.
Huh?
What?
Skin prints?
A word I'm not pronouncing of my
Nomenclature.
design as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation.
Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes.
As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black.
I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talent in action very soon indeed.
Like now? Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Runo!
If only we had some kind of new forensic science techniques that we could use for more evidence. If only such a thing existed.
See you later.
They don't exist to the Scotland Yard, that's for sure.
Yes, until later.
No, Mr. Sholmes, we were thinking you'd come with us.
You were?
Yes, of course. You said so just a moment ago. You said we witnessed your forensic talents in action.
Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines.
It was like a minute ago!
But you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later. In all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might.
The sound effects as he just moves away from the goalpost. Your commitment astounds me.
He's already forgotten what we're talking about.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We eagerly await your arrival.
Susato, on the other hand.
Bye-bye, Runo. Bye-bye, Susie.
Well, alright then, I guess we'll just head on over there without Mr. Sholmes, I guess. He'll eventually come over there or something like that.
Yes, I'll be sure to meet you at the football game.
He's just gotta go pick up some milk, it's fine.
It's 22nd of February, Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ground floor. Hello again, Inspector Gregson.
Wait, aren't we in Mr. Shamspeare's lodgings?
Mr. Natsume apparently owns this entire building now.
Okay. What are you doing here?
Well, we were hoping to have a look around, actually.
The lawyer representing the defendant has the right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I know the score.
Oh, yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it.
Yeah, we found it alright. There's a small one to tear it, as you said.
I knew it.
Here's what the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
Pretty impressive performance in court this morning.
Sorry?
Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here.
Is Gregson being a tsundere?
Yes.
Yeah, he has the pose of, hey, look who's here!
Oh, he remembered.
I'm like trying
Yeah,
to...
you know what Gregson's doing right now?
Judging?
He's checking out... No, he's checking out Sholmes' butt.
Oh my god.
Are you looking for new clues, Inspector?
Oh my god.
The eyelines don't lie. A little Van thinks always, yeah. Won't come back till he's got something for me, he says.
Oh dear, poor you.
Oh yeah, poor
Yeah,
Gregson.
poor me, because we've already started out to be bleeding nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips, as I can say.
Oh, where am I? Okay, that was my own cursor now. Well, at least he's honest. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there?
He wants to wear the crown.
The question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene?
Why? Leave the warrior, Sholmes.
What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems.
Is that the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised?
Or are you just gonna point at something and make baseless accusations? I'm sorry, what? Who said that? Who said that?
I said that, actually.
Gregson would say that.
With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam.
Alright, what are we doing? Okay, goggles are on. What's all this?
All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo.
A gun?
Urlock Shom's sensational Skin Print Seeker gun.
We asked for a gun?
Oh my god, he's got a gun! Everyone get down!
Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim.
Sample? From Mr. Shamspear's cup?
Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches.
What's up with this family turning everything into guns?
Don't worry about it. A sample of these secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles.
Lumino? Is this just Lumino testing?
Yeah.
Here, try... Oh god. Sorry, that was my own tea yesterday. Here, try them on.
Oh my god, it's literally Lumino testing.
Yeah.
There, now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed.
So does that mean Emma Sky has to thank Sherlock Holmes for inventing this?
Probably, but also, like, you kept saying luminol, and my brain was like, wait, I've heard that word before. I don't know where I've heard it. And I know it meant to do with the testing, but in Pikmin 4, there's little bases you have to protect at night called luminols, spelled Knoll. So I was like, why are Pikmin here?
Spray? How do I do that exactly?
A little press of the space on the area you're interested is all that's required. Like so.
That's a interesting keyboard choice. I thought I just needed a click. What is that stuff? It's like fog.
A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea.
As you do.
Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question.
Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore.
Wait, what the hell are you doing?
Don't worry about it. We're just
I'm
investigating.
gonna worry about it. Just don't spray that on my chips.
Oh, look at all this here.
Ah yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints.
Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot?
Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here.
There's a loose floorboard.
There's nothing obvious that he was tripped over, though, is there?
There's a loose floorboard!
Let us get to the conclusion when we get to it. You just have to wait.
Oh, that's me. I wonder...
The problem's when both of the characters' names start with S, and they're talking
Exactly.
back to back.
Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over.
Okay, that's just you, though.
I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes.
Thanks, Susato.
Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor.
Yeah, there's no obvious explanation.
They're all stupid.
Oh, I can't just click. I just click with my mouse. I don't have to hit space.
I'm just imagining Naruhodo has like a big smile on his face, like, wow, this is what it's like to shoot a gun.
Finally, after being accused of it so many times.
He was
And
accused
being shot by
once.
Iris.
What the butt?
Whoa! Whoa! Look, there are dozens of handprints here.
Though there are, a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact.
He really likes that picture.
I love this picture, he says as he slams his hands against the wall.
No. Like, this is Shakespeare, so it's like, merrily I do so love this picture.
And he finds a way to make that like
he's
3
practicing
sentences longer.
Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
No, I said then. Yeah, basically what Lewis says, but he makes that like 3 to 5 sentences longer.
Yeah. He's practicing his death slams for when he becomes an attorney.
It sends a chill down my spine.
Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture?
Beautiful. I've been looking at it for 5 hours.
Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all.
Is he like practicing his lines in front of this picture or something?
No, he's just going. He's just trying over and over again. Blue skin do, we can too. Ah, dang it. Blue skin do, we can too.
And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such a close quarter, I feel.
Oh, very true, Mrs. Sato. It's a bit of mystery then. Oh, it's pouring outside over here. Hello. Well, we sprayed Mr. Shom's amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we?
We did, but there are 2 places in particular that are of interest, I would say.
The handprints on the floor there. And on the wall by the picture, you mean?
Please.
Yes, I think the floor warrants close investigation. I won't be a moment.
Please. Just grab the floorboard.
You just gotta wait for them to get to their spot, okay?
What is it, Mr. Sato?
Look here, Mr. Dodo. The floorboards have popped out.
Oh, thank God!
Lewis is just, it was drying. Man, if there was ever a place we should have ended the episode, it should have been right before we got them there.
Me just over here, just grinding my teeth into dust. Just like, just let the characters reach the obvious conclusion. It'll take 50 hours, but they'll get there, Lewis.
Yeah, we really should have just stopped there before they checked the floorboard last week. Because then Lewis would have to wait an entire week for them to finally get to that conclusion. One of the...
I hate you.
One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place.
Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So, what do we have here? In here?
Oi! What are you lot doing?
Inspector Gregson.
Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there.
No need, Inspector. You continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around under the floor here.
Your fancy dog's putting me off my food anyway, Sherloms.
You keep eating.
I know that is exactly what I need.
I'm doing it. Wow. A secret hiding place under the floor. What a find.
It's not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think you could lift a stratatami mat.
No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Oh, shoot. Let's pull down the picture.
Oh! I'd investigate at once.
Pull down the picture. Pull down the picture.
There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
He just really loved that picture.
Dang.
Yes, you do a lot of weird things when you're high on gas, apparently. How disappointing.
But then, how do you explain the handprints?
I really can't think of why anyone would have been touching the wall over them in one place like that.
There you are. A print for you.
Okay.
Imperfect cell here. Handprints on the wall. Trace prints of handprints on the wall. Discovered using the Skin Print Seeker gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture. I
Thanks.
honestly think this guy needs a lot of help.
It's
Thanks.
kind of like appropriate that Imperfect Cell is doing that because, like, for all we know, then he could have been banging against the wall as he was being drank by Imperfect Cell.
Oh
Oh.
god, I do leave behind evidence. I got it.
Oh, thank you very much. His invention can make prints too?
Pretty sure he has a printer on his backpack.
Yeah, which I'm sitting here like, that's kind of impressive in the year of, like, Victorian era for that to exist. Now then. I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there.
I'm desperate to know.
Of course you are.
So am I.
Okay,
Inspector.
Hey, hang on. Can we look at the picture?
Yeah, I want to look at the picture again.
Magnifying glass.
It's just this. He just really likes this picture, I guess.
Can
Another
you look at the
thought
lamp?
came to mind, but I don't like that thought, so I'm not going to say it.
God damn it, now it's in my head.
Lamp?
Is it just him changing the light in the lamp or something?
Dang, he's changing the light in the lamp a lot.
I'm sorry, Final.
And don't worry, I voice Imperfect Cell and torture Lewis with it. I'm used to it.
Gregson. Hey, buddy.
I'm not a buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Whatever.
I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath that floorboard there.
Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted.
Are you?
We are?
Look, we pay you. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long.
By we mean Iris pays him.
Well, that does it, Sharums.
I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends. I saw you staring at my butt earlier.
We're not friends.
No, I suppose not.
Well, he's done all he can.
A dismal failure.
Yeah, I heard. Ugh, I kill to know what was under that floorboard.
No, that's what got you in this mess in the first place. Alright then. Fair is fair.
What?
You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in.
Really, Inspector? Thank you.
Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather.
I don't want to hear that from you.
Oi, stop making me out to be some kind of nut. There were 3 items on the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know?
All of it?
No, you can only ask the one. Rose said this comes to the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time in Manchester.
How terrible.
And now the headlines down there in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death yesterday, but Knights had got him first.
Oh my goodness. He committed a capital offense?
Mom by the name of Sirden. That's a piece of work and the burglary's murder. Now looks like he knocked off what was worth about £1,000.
A hoard? Of treasure, you mean?
Jewelry and the like. But he'd hidden it somewhere. and no one knows where, and now he's dead. And now the great age of piracy has begun. This is the tale of the great age of pirates. They're gonna find the One Piece.
What's One
But it's
Piece?
But it's 3 conversation options.
Oh. Well, whatever. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or some such was the headline.
Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor?
I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I could over the paperwork while we go and sell them back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up.
Capital offender article. A newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty. However, he died of illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered. All in one piece. On the positive side, the Netflix adaptation has to be somewhat decent.
Oh yeah, I saw it myself. It was pretty good. Anywho's. So, and this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me.
Yes, it would appear to have taken on the street in front of the house here.
Wait, is that juror number 3? Or...
I'm not sure.
Cause, like, I can't tell if that's Shamsphere when he was younger, if that is Olive Green's family member, or if that's juror number 3. It could be all options. They have very similar body types, I guess.
And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garrett, the landlord, of course.
It can't be juror number 3. He's not wearing a hat.
That's how he gets you.
But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garrett's son, perhaps? Do we need to talk to Mr. Garrett?
Perhaps. You can take that print if you like.
Really? Are you sure?
We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is.
Oh, is that true?
Well, technically... It's too bad if we do, but technically... I was told to just get one new piece of evidence. The 3 here. So I don't care what you do with the other 2. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes.
My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work.
And your point? All the more reason I'm not telling you.
A dismal failure.
Yeah, I heard.
Hidden photograph. A photographic print found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. It shows the landlord, Mr. Garridiv, together with a young man.
Moon. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamspeare himself isn't in it.
Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garridiv was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it.
Is he blackmailing Mr. Garridiv?
Well, I guess we'll find out in the next video because we're out of time. So we'll see you all then. Look at this
Very
little
well.
tin box.